I believe that we'll really get it this time, you know, and, so we're gonna have a
When is
little
that,
up
James?
move.
When are we gonna get that rain?
Yeah,
Great.
this weekend and the first part of next week.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Oh, serious.
And,
Had 3 drops last weekend.
yeah.
That was it.
1 year.
I missed those 3 drops too.
So of course, when that happens, we're gonna have a little uptick to the mosquito bites. There's no doubt about it. Moving on to the subject that I know that the 3 years we're all tired of, and that's COVID-19. We currently have approximately 500 people that's in Tarrant County that's in the hospital. And that's very, very small amount compared to how many people's convalescing at home. A lot of people don't even go to the doctor. Even though if they are sick, they just breeze by it. They don't want to be bothered by it. I don't know whether it's because they're afraid of what they see. Most of it is still on people 60 and older. That's still where the problem is. At the end of this month, the elderly people, of which I'm one of them, we're going to be coming to take vaccinations, and we'll do that the same way as we did it when it all started. It's not going to be as scary. I go back, it was really scary back then because nobody knew the reactions and stuff like that. You had to get your military together, you had to get the police officers in line. You've got other people like myself that was dealing in the public health part every day, day in and day out, 7 days a week. So that's kind of that way. And the new one that I talked about, the BA 2.686, that hasn't entered into the state of Texas.
What is that, a new variation of COVID?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. See, we've got, as it transfers around, it's different. The good thing is that it hadn't increased in size, but it could. So all of these people are just standing by. So nobody should actually take a thing and think it's added, it's over. No, you don't know that. And if you want to be part of the problem, think that way. And I wish you good luck. Because I don't want to take the shot any more than anybody else does. But I will because I believe in it. So, and so far I have stayed away from it. So for the last 3.5 years. But that's also doing things like staying 6 feet apart, keep washing your hands. If you're in a room, don't be packing people in there. It's fine with what we've got here. You know, it's those other little things that really count.
Right.
So,
All right.
anyway, but I could go on and on without this stuff and get into other stuff, but I'll just stay there. So, unless y'all have any questions about anything, I'd be happy to answer them, whatever.
Are you still head of the water task force, or is it somebody else?
Stormwater Task
Yeah.
Force? No, I am a member on the Stormwater
What?
Task Force.
What's gonna be the end result of this? 'Cause we can't do what they want us to do. They want everything to go to one container and be measured. We can't do that.
Yeah.
So how are we gonna, are we just gonna keep putting them off? I mean, I understand the stuff that we go through the drains and we're trying to do runoff, but the end result is we're not gonna be able to contain that runoff.
Well, that's true without the stuff that goes in there, and that takes money. You know,
I don't
probably $2 million.
I don't even see how that would even, that it's engineered possible to do it in this city.
Well,
Are we talking about the Fort Worth versus River Oaks issue? Well, we're at 10,000.
no, I think he's
I'm
talking
talking
about
about the
stormwater.
true stormwater fix is your whole city drains into one container and then they monitor that and deal with it that way. But that's not what we can do. We're surrounded too much by Fort Worth, too.
Right, but I think that we could get some help with Fort Worth, or so I hope that we could, on where we come together to be able to dump into the west fork of the Trinity River. And that obviously needs to be...
But that water is supposed to be monitored before it goes on down to the Trinity. That was the goal of stormwater. Why they keep...
I don't know whether it could be monitored, do you?
It could be, but it'd be very expensive.
Yeah.
And that's something we'll have to work out with Fort Worth.
Someday gonna be on the hook for this.
Someday, somebody's gonna be on the hook for it. You know, I don't know who those people are gonna be. And, I mean, those are things like what I just talked about, that we have all improved. And I think that's really more positive of a statement than what we all realize. And, stormwater is needing something to do. I mean, it's needing, it needs attention. And the only way that things really get the attention is when water's come through your house.
Yeah,
But that was,
my worry is the federal government coming to us and saying, you didn't meet the etiquette that we wanted you, you're not where you should be right now.
well, we put in all requirements, Marvin works hard on that, to put that in there, and what's the certificates that we were just,
Yeah, we just got the MS4 permitting.
and that's a very important permit, is it not?
Yes, it is.
So,
So we meet all the standards of the permitting right now.
We're safe, we're safe.
yeah, and that's, you know, the other thing with the drinking water and stuff like that, that's something that everybody used to complain about. People used to bring their toilets in here and drop them down in the middle of the floor. You remember those days, don't you, Steve?
Yes, sir.
Thank you for it. I'm glad I missed that one.
Yeah. And I mean, you know.
Bring in their brown underwear.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
That's not the problem. It doesn't look like that it's going to be that way. And that's a plus, because who wants to drink muddy water? But anyway, so when it feels like the weight's too heavy, please just sit back and think about the improvements that's taking place. And improvements aren't free. You know.
Down there.
So,
Thank you, James.
yeah.
Bob, anything interesting going on with the park department?
No, other than to say, due to budgetary cutbacks, we'll probably be having some wet t-shirt contest.
Make sure you let me know. Is that gonna be like you?
What?
Equity and whatever.
If you don't give us enough money, I'm gonna take it.
Bob, what was the problem with the playground equipment that was the little fire truck?
The problem is, it's old, it's dilapidated, it's rusty.
Okay.
It completely misses ADA at this point.
Well, I know all that.
We had no other choice but to cover it up and take it out, and we have orders to destroy it.
Can we auction it off? Kidding.
Well, you know, Keller just had two really nice playground sets for free. I heard about it and they were gone just like that. I'm sure a lot of that, but you'd think there's some churches and things that probably can use that. Johnny, what do you got for us?
I got nothing. I give my time to Yoli.
Yeah.
Yoli?
Well, I'm glad this is over. That was, yeah, that was a little nerve-wracking, still is, stomach hurts. And, I just want to say that, I'm glad school's back in session. I